Good morning everyone, it's Derek here with Get Lost Trails. Today we're in Durango. Gonna do a little loop hike up Hogsback, 3.3 miles or about 5.25 kilometers round trip. The area that it sent me to for parking is like a quiet little neighborhood cul-de-sac. So I'm thinking this may not be the best starting point for most people, because I'm guessing these folks don't want their neighborhood cluttered up with vehicles. Starts here on what Google calls a spirit trail. Uses a combination of trails to head up Hogsback and come back. Looks like there might be a better starting area over by the city recycling center. So I'm already here, so I'm gonna check this out now, but we'll run over there after I get finished up and look at the parking there. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy the hike. So immediately into the hike, you get right out of the city, which is nice. You can't even tell you're next to it at this point. So far, it's just a nice casual hike through the woods. It does start to work uphill pretty quickly though. Coming up to another junction in the trail here. This whole mountain's covered in a network of trails. This is part of the Overend Mountain Park. Take a quick look at this map here, but it really helps to have it on your phone because this is where we started at Ella Vita Court. Went up Ella Vita here, and we are currently right up here. Right now we're going to get on Brown's Ridge Trail, which will take us over here to Hogsback and then on up. Behind me there, you can get a pretty good look at the feature we're getting ready to hike. That is Hogsback. It got kind of steep on me here. It's all good fun though. Well, this part, it's pretty steep. Trekking poles, very helpful. Still working my way up Hogsback here. This section has required a few rest stops. I definitely had the idea of where the route was going incorrect. I thought I was going clear up that ridge, but no, a much steeper ascent here. And you want to be careful with your footing. Yeah, we're getting ready to go up there. There's a gentleman sitting up there on the rock. That's where we're headed. We've made it up Hogsback. Definitely moments that I was questioning it, but totally worth it. Up here we are. We've reached the summit of Hogsback here. We're standing on the rock on Hogsback. Behind us there, a nice view of Perrin's Peak. We're at an elevation of 7,532 feet here, or about 2,295 meters. Right at 2¼ miles up here, 3.6 kilometers. Off in the distance ahead of us there, you can see the city of Durango, as well as the trail that we came up. This is a loop trail though, so we'll be headed out a different way. The loop trail continues on around behind us here, right down through there, quite steep for a little bit, and then on back around. So it is a loop. The way out will be a little different, so be sure to stick around for the rest of the video. If you leave me here though, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. Just kind of getting a view of the landscape from up here on Hogsback. I realized that that cul-de-sac right down there is where I hiked from. Spirit Trail, as Google calls it. If you look at Google Maps, the trailhead for Hogsback, I believe, is this road right here. I'm not sure what it's called, but I'm going to go take a look at it as well, see what the parking situation is there. And then the other option that looked like on the map was maybe over here. You can see this is the recycling center and trash area down here above the tech center, and it looked like there might be some parking and trail access there as well. So I'm going to go check those out once I get back down. Had a quick snack there, getting ready to head down the trail behind me here and see if I can stay upright. It's pretty steep at that first section, but then I think once we get down this steep bit, it looks like it's going to be more gradual continuing on back than the section we came up. So it might be a good option for you if you want to avoid some of that steep stuff coming up, although I really didn't have a problem with it. The trekking poles really helped. I have trekking poles. I don't use them a lot. Definitely on longer hikes, backpacking, I use them. If I know I'm going to get into some really steep rocky stuff, I try to use them as well. So I'd say on this hike, it was a good choice to bring those. So if you have some, I might recommend it, although I see plenty of people not using them. It just helps me feel a little more comfortable on planet. So the choice is yours, but my suggestion would be if you have them, bring them. Continuing the loop on around Hogsback here, headed down from the summit. This first section, quite steep, rocky, kind of loose, a little treacherous. Oh, yep, see. Definitely gonna be glad to leave this section behind me. It's not terrible, you just gotta be careful. You know, and also not too afraid of plummeting to your death. One thing about it, sure thinned out the mountain bike crowd up here. Don't have to worry about them on this segment, at least I wouldn't think so. Would hope not. Who knows? Some crazy fool might be up here. I don't think there's a restriction against it. It's not wilderness as far as I know. We've made it off the summit from Hogsback here, continuing around the loop trail. We're going to stay to the right here and continue on. We do have the option of going to the left here towards Perrin's Peak there, and it kind of makes a bigger loop and connects back around in 9/10 of a mile. That would add about 4/10 to the route if you went that way. Still working down from Hogsback here. We entered kind of a nice forested area, a little different than a lot of the rest of the hike that was pretty open. Definitely some nice opportunities for some shade in here. It is the middle latter part of August here. It's not too hot out though today. It's been a pretty nice day overall. Little thunder rumbling off in the distance. Could bring us some showers here this afternoon. Pretty typical though, you just want to be prepared for that. And it's always a good idea to get an early start so that you're back off the trail by early afternoon, really at the latest for the most part. Unless you want to contend with the rain and the lightning. Getting ready to come to a junction here where the longer loop towards Perrin's Peak would rejoin if we had went that way. And just when I thought all the hard work was over, we have to go up that. That's Neds Hill Trail. If you were to stay to the left here, that would take you to what shows as the Hogsback Trailhead on Google Maps, also called Perrin's Gulch Trail, but it looks like it's just another neighborhood cul-de-sac. I don't know who Ned is, but Neds Hill is whipping my here. It's steep. It's not bad, but it's just steep. I had it in my head that I was all done with the tough work. Didn't know I was gonna have to climb this. Coming up to another trail crossing here, they warn you with a sign on this one because it looks like one mountain bikes probably go flying down. That's Brown's Ridge Trail. That'll take you on down to the edge of the city, connects you with a couple streets there, probably some additional parking options, connects with the Falcon Trail, which takes you to the official Overend Mountain parking area. Nice view of Hogsback off in the distance there. That's where we just went up the ridge there, and then came back down the back side and went over there towards Perrin's Peak, and then came around through the forest there. Getting pretty close to being back, which is a good thing. I'm out of water. I'm over the anticipated mileage, which is pretty typical, but it's been a nice hike. Getting back to the trailhead. Gonna be right at 5 miles or 8 kilometers round trip. Significantly more than the 3.3 miles that I think it said. Right at about 3 hours for me. Now keep in mind, I just move at about the average pace. I'm not a fast hiker, not a trail runner. Certainly people will do it in 2.5 hours, maybe less. So some people may take 4 hours, you know, but nice hike, definitely enjoyable. Good views from up there, worthwhile. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button to let me know. Again, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll have some more hiking videos and trail videos of all sorts coming out before long. Having a wonderful summer here in Southwest Colorado, so I hope you're enjoying it with me.